Hey everybody, it's JoeWoo here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joe Rychowski, and JoeWoo is my nickname, and that is the name of my business as well. I'm a career and life coach, and I'm making this video series. This is actually a new video series that I'm creating today to chronicle my entrepreneurship journey. And I launched my business on January 1st of this year, so I'm now almost a full year into it, 11 good months into it, and I just felt it was time to start documenting the entrepreneur journey because there's a lot of struggles. It really is hell if you think about it. And what I've experienced over these last 11 months, it's made me grow. It's sometimes made me want to crawl under a rock and wish I didn't start this. But I really feel like for all I've seen out there, you see the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world who create Facebook, and it looks like there's all this glory. But I really wanted to create this series to show people what it's actually like to be a real entrepreneur. I don't think there's anything out here, so I'm excited because I think this is really what I think the first of this kind of documentary that's actually out there. I know people are documenting their daily experiences and things like that, but I really feel like me talking to you like this on a selfie stick here in my studio or wherever I'm going to be at every couple days is a really cool video series, and I really hope it helps inspire people. But I also hope it really gives people who are looking at entrepreneurship a realistic picture into what entrepreneurship's about. Because when I got into this, when I started thinking about this 3 or 4 years ago, I thought there was all this glory. You see all this stuff on Facebook, all these posts about, cars and all this money, and it really is alluring. It's so attractive. And you still see it to this day. People are saying, hey, start your business. You can make seven figures doing this, this, and this. It's a bunch of crap. It really is. They don't tell you what the struggle is. You don't see the struggle behind the scenes, and I feel like it's time to really call all that BS out and actually do something about it. So I do a lot of video series already, and I really feel like this, what I'm calling the entrepreneur journey, and I think it's really going to help people. And just kind of give you a little context here, I'm in my basement studio that I actually created. You can see if I pan up here with my selfie stick, and yes, my selfie stick is actually broken. It's taped together with duct tape. I'm getting a new one, but again, that's a struggle of entrepreneurship. So this is my cloth. It's professional cloth that I bought. And you can see, if I pan up here a little bit more, there's a system here that I have that I built where it's held together. And this was like 30 bucks for this. And let me take you around here. You can see my basement. These are workman lights at Home Depot. They were like 2 or 3 bucks, and the light bulbs were maybe whatever it is a pack, 6 or 7 bucks a pack. So you're an entrepreneur, you're on a shoestring budget. And here's the thing, I know so many entrepreneurs, personally, and people who I don't know who I see, they go out and spend all this money, they go all in. They say, oh, you got to go all in as an entrepreneur, which that is true. But what they don't tell you is you got to be smart about it. You can't just go all in and start blowing all your money on this and that. And, you got to start small and work your way up. As you build in income, I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is as you build in income, then you can upgrade things. I've had this selfie stick for almost a year now, and it's been dropped, it's been broken, but it's still together. And now I finally got a little bit of money in where I'm actually going to upgrade and create better quality videos. And eventually this studio here, I got my little Christmas tree up here. It's the holidays. Got to celebrate a little bit. But, the workman lights, I'll probably get some studio lights, but I'm not going to get $1,000 lights. I don't need that. I think the quality's pretty good here from what you can see. The lighting is good. And I use this actually on my website. My wife took my pictures down here, and that's what you see on JoeWoo.com. But to me, that's all part of the journey. And I see so many people start getting all these loans, $25,000, $30,000, $45,000, $50,000. I had a friend of mine out of Pennsylvania, $50,000 loan, and basically he's in debt up to his ass, and he hasn't produced a product yet. And I'm on the verge of actually starting my first, launching my first product here. It's going to be an audio series coming up in probably about a month, and I'm real excited about it. So I felt it was time to really document the journey of entrepreneurship and also call out the bullshit that's out there because, let's face it, I see so many people going into entrepreneurship, they think they're an entrepreneur, and they get burned. They spend $4,000 or $5,000 on someone's program, and nothing happens. They wonder what the hell just happened to them. Been there, done that. A couple times over, and I got the t-shirt to prove it. But I think as far as an entrepreneur, another lesson I've learned is, when I said you got to go on, but you got to do it smart. The other piece of this is that you've got to have complete confidence in yourself. And sure, there's going to be days where you just feel like you want to give up and throw in the towel. It seems like every day lately. But you have to believe in yourself and believe in what you're doing. If you, for a second, have a 0.25%, an 1/8%, a microscopic percent of non-belief, it's over. You have to wholeheartedly believe. And you got to wake up every day, believe what you're doing is right. And I firmly believe that from my standpoint. Sure, there's days where I lack a little bit of confidence and question myself, but that's all about entrepreneurship. And again, you don't see that. You see all the glory. You see the people driving the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris and things like that. Sure, I'm gonna get some toys at some point too, but at the end of the day, this is the realistic picture of it. This is what you go through, and it's a friggin' struggle. It really is. It sucks some days, and you wonder why I do it. But I feel like the mission I'm on to help people as a career and life coach, I've got something really special to offer. I've got over 20 years experience in corporate America, where I've had over 3,000 and some people work for me across 18 countries. I've interviewed over 5,000 people. I built all kinds of career laddering initiatives for nonprofit companies, multimedia companies, Fortune 50 companies, and they've all stand the test of time and done really well. And I just felt like, from my standpoint of being outsourced every couple of years or let go of a job in corporate America, it was time to do something about that. It's time for me to do my own business and be my own boss. And it's going to be a great thing, and it has been. And my site's been launched for a while, but I really feel like it makes sense to do this documentary. So every couple of days, you're going to see this kind of video pop up. It might be here in my studio, or I could be on the road, or maybe I'm outside, or maybe I'm eating dinner with the family. I do a lot of this on Snapchat and Instagram. But I think it makes sense to just get out there, take a camera like this, no subtitles, no crazy graphics. I think it really is good just to be raw, open, and honest with you. And it's just going to happen. I'm going to drop the cam. The phone's probably going to drop out here from the duct tape. But does it matter? No. That's all part of the fun of it. And that's kind of what I've learned as an entrepreneur is you got to accept all the bad, with all the good that comes in. So my message to all of you today is, if you're thinking about entrepreneurship, think about what I've said here. It is a struggle. There's a lot of glory that comes with it, sure. But you've got to really have the right mindset. You've got to have the right mission and understand what your why is. Why are you doing this? What is the importance of it? And if that doesn't get you up out of bed, then don't do it. People can have a great career in corporate America. You really can, if you play your cards well there and you work hard and you hustle and you do all the things you need to do. But I've been an entrepreneur since I was 5. I had multiple lemonade stands set up. I was a paper boy. I got my working papers at age 13. So I've always wanted to do things. And I've had a lot of fear. That was one of the biggest things I had, is a lot of fear. I was scared shitless of, am I good enough? Am I worthy of this? And the answer is yes, absolutely. We're all worthy of this. But you've got to be willing to accept that in your heart. And I've been able to overcome a lot of fear. And that's where I feel I can help so many people. So this video is probably going to range anywhere from maybe 4 to 5 minutes, maybe 10, 15 minutes, who knows, depending on the topics. But every couple of days you'll see this video pop up. And if you know somebody who's an entrepreneur, or if you're interested in this, or really, I think this serves many people, even in corporate America, because I think when you're in business and you work for somebody, you're still kind of an entrepreneur. If you're running a department, that's your department. Even though it's a company, it's still your department. You're a manager, those are still your employees. So you are, in some ways, like an entrepreneur. So I think in all of us, we have that entrepreneur spirit. So I'm going to post a lot of cool content. I'm going to get raw with you guys. I'm just going to tell it like it is and say, look, this is a friggin' struggle. This is not for everybody. It has caused a lot of discomfort for a lot of people around me. I've lost a lot of friends because they say to me, Joe, what the hell are you doing here? Are you smoking something? You're insane. But if you fully believe in yourself and you're fully committed to it, it can happen. And along the way, you're going to lose people. People aren't going to believe it. They're not going to know what you're doing. It's because they're scared as well, and they don't understand it. And you can explain it till you're blue in the face to them. But it doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. Your true friends will be around. And even if that's one friend, where that's happened to me in the past, that one friend will still be there if you are true to yourself and you believe in it. And that's really the reality, guys. So, if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, good luck with it. Do your research, do your homework, really sit down with your friends and family, say, is this for me? And do your legwork on it to see. Talk to other entrepreneurs and say, hey, what is it like? I mean, there are days where I'm basically working 7 days a week right now. And sure, I've had to do a lot of sacrifices, but I know what I'm doing is important. I need to help people. I'm helping high school and college students make that transition from school into the working world. That first 5 years is a struggle. It's a scary deal. It's one of the biggest decisions we're going to make, is choosing the right career. And ultimately, I want to help them make that transition because I made a lot of mistakes, financially, professionally in my career, and, personally. And I also help the established professional. those like me who's been outsourced. You know, every couple of years in corporate America, I lost my job because the company was selling itself or, you know, transitioning to another company or whatever it was. So that professional like you out there who's just like me, who's scared, not sure where their next move is, come talk to me about this. I can help you. That's what I do best, is I help people. I've had over 3,000 people work for me in 18 different countries. I've interviewed over 5,000 people now probably. So I know what works in corporate America. I know what works in your career. I know what works in your life. This is an extremely important thing. And I really feel like from my experience, over 20 some years in corporate America and starting lemonade stands at age 5, I can really help you. And I hope that you allow me into your viewing pleasure here. And I hope that you'll see me on your phones, on your desktop, on your iPads, wherever it is. And I really hope you'll share this with somebody, because I know there's people out there right now thinking, is entrepreneurship for me? Should I make that next move? Absolutely. If you believe that in your heart and you've done your research, then go do it. You've got to decide that. So I see we're about 11 minutes into it, so this has, I think, been a good first start. I just wanted to introduce myself again to those who don't know me, and this is episode 1 of the Entrepreneur Journey. I'm going to post this all on social media, and I encourage you to leave comments here as well in the video. You know, it's going to be on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere, so let's have a dialogue. Let me help you. You know, let's help each other here. You know, I think that's one of the biggest things we've seen in this political climate right now is people are tearing each other down. We don't need that shit. We need to help people. And I'm not saying we're going to be roasting marshmallows by the fire every single day. We're going to have our disagreements. We're going to have our battles. But there's respect. That's the thing that's missing in society right now, is one of the biggest things is respect. People respecting entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs respecting that space. And if there's anything that I can drive home today is respect. Respect yourself. Respect your family. Respect your peers. People have been there before you. None of this bullshit that you do it alone. Entrepreneurship, yes, you are alone as in aspect of your business, but you have people helping you along the way. Never forget that. So I'm out of here right now. So this has been a really cool first video. I'm looking forward to doing more, and I'll see you in a few days. Take care, everybody, and live amazing.